conclusions you made after that analysis. And Mark, this is maybe the first time since 2013 that you've come into a new team as a new guy. You're used to working in your team, and this is quite a different dynamic this year, and I'm just wondering how you'll manage that.
I spent hours analyzing and rewatching many times mistakes in my worst races from last year. And what the first thing was, it's true that I want always to arrive more in front than I can, more in front that is possible. But I understood that sometimes it's better just to wait a bit. Because the championship is long. It's true that you can gain and lost many points every weekend. But if last year, it's true that wasn't always my fault, but it's true also that in more than one situation, if I was waiting, I was not crashing and taking maybe 13 points. It was enough to win. So I just try to understand that, just try to improve on that. It's also difficult to predict sometimes at the times they crash, because I lost the front many times when I was calm. So like in Barcelona last lap, like in Malaysia. So something that is not easy also to understand, but I will try. And what I said before is not that the team have to improve, but we have to improve as a team in some situation. And I think it's something that it's not something that we have to search. It's something that has to come easy, just doing our job, and not being under pressure sometimes. Just working like the normality, and everything will be easier. Absolutely.
As you say, of course, every time you arrive in a new box, every time, I mean, it's the really first time I arrived in last year, of course, was new, but everything was different because it was my brother as a teammate, and yeah. But when you arrive in a factory team, one thing that is clear in a factory team is not number one, number two. It's just more experienced rider inside the garage or less experienced rider inside the garage. So in the end, of course, now also I'm looking forward to understand what they are doing inside the garage to be so performant, dominating a lot the situation or the results these last years, and yeah, I will try to understand, to learn about it, and yeah, of course, as I said in the team presentation, target of the team is try to win. If Pecco is not allowed to win, I will try to win. If I'm not allowed, he will try to win. So yeah, but when you arrive there, you need to understand the way that they are working and what they are doing to win all last years.
Hi guys, Adam Wheeler. Congratulations for speaking so well in Arabic and Chinese.
Was it easier?
Just a question about teammates, Pecco and Marc. You know, which teammates in your career in the past were beneficial for you in terms of learning and the experience in the pit box, and which teammate maybe didn't work so well? For what reason?
I had many teammates, honestly, and I remember more than one situation. But the first time I understood something was in Moto3, when Jorge Martin arrived, and on the first test was wet, and he was so fast. And following him, I learned a lot of things on web. Then, absolutely, in MotoGP, we had to speak about Jack Miller, that together we did an incredible job in terms of atmosphere inside the box, inside the garage. I think we both did an amazing job to create what Ducati is right now. And about Marc, is absolutely a new thing, because we start in a month, but already from last year I tried to learn his left corners that are not easy, but I think during the season I improved a bit, and I will continue doing it. But what I think, and I I know that with a rider like him, a champion like him, with 8 titles and win also the title in difficult situations, not having the best bike, is absolutely a motivation for me. Trying also to learn to be competitive as it is when the things are not the ideal.
Of course, for me, the teammate I learned more was Dani Pedrosa. That was a masterclass every session, and especially when you are riding MotoGP and you have a teammate as Dani Pedrosa. It was amazing to understand. There I learned a lot. Of course, now it's not the same situation, but a bit similar. I arrived in a box where he's a rider that win 2 World Championships there, where he's super fast, where only ride Ducati, so he know very well how to manage, how to fix every problem, and yeah, as we see Pecco many times on Friday, he's far, but then from one practice to another one is the fastest one on the racetrack. So yeah, I will try to learn about him because he has a lot of experience with Ducati bike.
Question for Marc. Do you recognize the first moment when in your mind you said yourself, red bike is my target, it's time to move and go to the red bike. If I want to win, I need this bike, this team, and where are you now?
I say sometimes already that it was not in terms of a win or no. It was like in terms of finish my career or continue. And then I was sitting in my sofa and I say, before to finish my career, I need to understand if it's if the problem is myself or what I can do with the best bike of the grid. And yeah, it's what I was looking last year for that bike on. Especially on the Cine team, because also when you are coming from a very deep situation, you need a different atmosphere. You don't need the pressure of the factory team. And yeah, we did something well, because then the factory team chose me for that bike, and I will try to do my best, use all my experience, and yeah, to improve the team, to improve the bike, and especially to achieve the results.
Hi, Dimitris Diatsidis from Greek TV. A question for all of 3 of you. The fact is that all expectations are extremely high. As also Gigi said and Claudio, that it will be very difficult to achieve more than 19 victories, but we have 22 races. So the question for Pecco is, with a teammate so strong like Marc, and with all these expectations, how you will deal with this thing, with the fact that a lot of us will come every morning in the right part of the garage. The question to Marc is how you will cope to these expectations to win your teammate Pecco, which is in every team the strongest rival. And the question for Davide is how you will do with these 2 guys that they will fight for the win in every race.
It's quite long, eh? But,
No, it's Greek.
but from my point of view, I will not change that much my approach. I will do the same work at home. We have to be prepared because we have 2 races more. We will start from in a different place. So I think the only thing we will change a bit will be the calendar, and we have to be ready for it. But in terms of approach, I will do my job like always. Try to work every sessions. Try to be in the front row in qualifying, and then try to win. But my approach will not change just because my teammate right now is Marc, but because I just want to beat anyone. I want to everybody. So I want to win the championship again. So the ambition is that one, and I think our job in the last 4 seasons were very good. We finished always in the top 2, and we won many races. So The thing is just improve myself on what I did wrong last year and just try to continue with my consistency in terms of work.
Of course, my teammate will be the one that finished second or first last 4 years, so he's super strong, and yeah, the normal thing is that he will be in front, especially on the fair races. But as I said last year, he won 11 races. He did some mistakes, yeah, but if you don't take a risk, you don't win 11 races. So in the end, it's always a compromise. But yeah, I will try to as I said, to learn from him, to try to understand how I can find the best level with my riding style inside the Ducati Lenovo team, and from that point, let's see. But try to be on that top 3 in the end of the championship will be the main target. Of course, we will try to keep the focus on that title, but the main target is top 3.
Regarding supporting the riders is not a problem for us. As usual, we did in the past. We will support both riders, their needs, and we have the power to do it. And we will support those 2 champions, because we have 2 champions, not only 2 riders. And we are proud to have them. And again, we will support them on the best way. And if one or the other will take a different way, we will try to support him in the best way.
Question for both riders. Do you see something new, different than Ducati riders in the championship between you, for example, KTM riders, Yamaha, Honda, Aprilia?
If we saw something different here?
Yeah. For the championship.
Okay. Yeah. I think that with a team less in Ducati will be more difficult to do like we did in last year, so lock out on the podium every races. So I think KTM riders are super competitive, especially Acosta, and but we have to see the situation. So right now it's difficult to know. Aprilia riders, Aprilia finally have the world champion and also Bezzecchi, so 2 new riders, and I think with a lot of gain, they want to improve the results. Bezzecchi want to improve the results from last year, and Jorge want to remain with number 1, absolutely. So Aprilia, I think, will be competitive. And on the Yamaha is difficult to know, but I think Yamaha is already last year did a good step in front. The last races they were more close, so I think they will improve. And Honda, I think will be difficult to continue in the same situation. So I expect also a step in front from them. But the main ones are Ducati, Aprilia, and KTM at the moment. So let's see.
Yeah, I mean, can be like a dangerous atmosphere, thinking that looks like no, Ducati will win the championship. I mean, but as a team, we consider all the other manufacturers on the same level, because we're in MotoGP, and we know that Yamaha last year, say, they did a step, but they can arrive in Malaysia with a new bike, and they have Quartararo, that is a super good rider. KTM same, Aprilia, Honda. So we're in MotoGP. So what I learned when I was fighting against them with Dovizioso on 2017 is like you need to take care about everybody, because from one year to the other one they can change the situation.
So a question to Pecco, a question to Marc, and a question to Davide. So Pecco, first of all, you said you analyzed a lot this winter. What do you think you have to change in your riding style that you can be above Marc? The question to Marc. Now, we were used to that you were the young kid. Now you are the second oldest on the grid. How has your approach changed compared to before? How you are trying to win the title And the question to Davide, you always had a very good hand how to handle riders, how to give them the best support you could. You could analyze what the riders needed. How do you have to change your approach as now you really have two champions in your garage?
On riding style is difficult to change a lot. It's a long process, but what I'm more focused right now, what I want to improve from the first test is to try to be competitive on left corners as I am in the right corners. This is already a good thing, because on the right corners I feel very strong. In the left corners I miss something. So I will try to be better on that, but it's more not to change the strategy, but to change something during the races. Because if we look, I'm one of the riders that have less crashed last year, but I am more 8 out of 9 are on the races, so I have to improve that.
Of course, 2 days ago he was the youngest one in MotoGP, and now I have that experience, but in the end the approach is the same one. You need to be fast. If you are fast on the racetrack, then easier to control the approach. But let's see what we can do. We know that the human is the only animal in the world that will do the same mistake 2 times. So in the end, you can learn about mistakes, yes. But let's see. With experience, you try to approach some things in a different way. But in the same time, also you need to work a little bit more if you want to keep the young riders behind.
I will not change my approach, because in the end it's much more easy to work with champions than with young kids. So as soon that you know, and I already know very well Pecco, while I am starting to know Marc in those days, I think that it will be very easy. And what it support, in my opinion, is the respect that they see between them. They speak a lot, they are working together to try to improve the bike, and then in the end will be the racetrack that will say who is in front and who's on the back. But this is something that who's behind will take as a stimulation to go better and be better for the following race. So I have no doubt that it will be very easy to work with them.
Cosimo Curatola, MOV. Question for Marc and then for Davide. So for Marc, it's very good to see you in red, so congratulations. And I saw, we know you had to do some renounces to get here, like for partners, and today we saw you had on your helmet, not your historical partner of course, but another one. Did you choose Estrella Galicia for a matter of respect of your old partner, or is just another agreement?
Yeah, of course, as I say on December, I think in one interview, I mean, I will not have a new partner on the helmet, and I keep one of the partners that follow me since 2012, and 2011 we started, and 2012 was the official thing, and yeah, of course, they are supporting me a lot. I'm super happy with Estrella Galicia, and yeah, we have that new deal for the helmet.
And for Davide, do you ever think of the battles with Marc when you were working with Dovi? Like in Austria, how's the feeling for you having him now on your side, thinking, finally,
we already worked with Marc about that. I mean, I was so happy when we beat him, because I know that we was beating the best rider of the moment. So when we fight with him, it was I was super happy, and the team was super happy, because beating Marc from those times was for us something incredible.
A question for Marc from over here. Marc, you've got obviously so much factory experience, but a very different kind of factory to work for in Honda in the past. From what you've learned over the last couple of months, since plugging in to the factory, what
what is different about the way Ducati work? What are you going to adapt? Are you going to have to adapt anything? And what are the net benefits of now being a factory rider for Ducati?
I mean, of course, it has been 10 years with Honda, and yeah, the engineers are top level. But one of the most important things is the communication. And Ducati, I think, is the biggest difference. That communication, even not only between engineers, between racetrack and the factory, but also between riders, team manager, they are in contact and they want to know what you are doing, and this is one of the main different things. But of course, then if the performance is good in the racetrack, then everything flows in a better way.
Hi Marc, question from me. You're still in history the youngest MotoGP world champion. Now you can be the oldest MotoGP world champion. How important is this benchmark for you? And the second question, what's different between the young Marc and the old Marc?
I prefer the first one, to be the youngest. But the oldest, which is the oldest, I don't know. How old?
30 years.
Already this year I can be the oldest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't like that number, but let's see. Of course, for me, more than the oldest is after the injury, the comeback. That is, for me, is the most important. Last year I proved to myself that never give up and try to be confident in yourself is one of the secrets. And yeah, I will try this year to keep the same mentality. Keep enjoying, you know. It has been a lot. I has win a lot on the past. I won a lot in the past. In the future, we will see. But after the injury, everything what arrive will be a present.
And what's different between the young Marc and the old Marc?
More the young Marc and the old Marc is the experience you have during your career, and yeah, that changed a lot. Not winning. The bad moments, because when you are winning, you learn, but you don't learn a lot because you are doing the correct way and the correct things in the correct way, and then when you have bad moments, difficult experience, then is when you are learning more, and when you start to realize what is winning, because when you are there on the top, you don't understand.
Pecco, I know that Marc says that his target for this year is top 3 in the championship, but do you think it is inevitable that it's going to be him battling you for the title?
I think when you are wearing the red jersey, the red leather, you have to. He knows that he's here.
You need to fight for the challenge.
Yeah.
If not, another one will take your back.
And I think it's difficult to know every season the rival who will be. It's difficult to name one, but I think for the potential of the bike, for what we saw last year, I think Marc will be one of the hardest, absolutely. Will be the main contender because he has one more year of experience with our bike. The new bike absolutely will suit better because it's an improvement compare what he was riding last year, and he was already doing an amazing job. He did many podiums. He won 3 races, so I think will be the main contender. And we have to see during the season who will be, who are the others. But if I have to look and focus on the championship and imagine on the championship, I think me and him could be the two fighting. And then could be someone else, but the main two I think are us.
Questions? We do the last 2 questions. Maria and Thomas, please.
So Maria Midotti from Cycle World, you impressed us so much today using so much AI technology, and I wanted to ask you, how much is still important the human side on the bike? So the question is for Marc and for Pecco.
Yeah, I asked to AI technology how to win a championship. The answer is super good, but yeah, part of jokes in the end, of course, the technology is super important, but I would say that it's a big help for the human, but in the end, the human take the decisions. So yeah, Ducati Lenovo team have a super good technology, but in the end are humans. The bike have super good technology, but in the end the riders are humans. So yeah, it's big help, but the last decision always is in your hands.
I think it's like a 70-30 percentage. I think 70% by humans and 30% by technology, because it's true that we need technology. Lenovo is helping us a lot on developing technology to improve on the data side. But who will take the results? Who will take the points are the humans and the engineers that are working day and night at home. They are working day and night in the race weekend. We are working every day to be the best athletes possible, and we have to finalize every result. So it's a complementary job, and I think humans still needs are a big part of it, and this is the main thing, and it's the most fascinating thing about our work, our job.
Hi guys, Thomas Gojin from GP Mag. Question to Marc. You had to adapt yourself already coming from Honda last year to the Ducati. Now you are in the factory team. Do you think that having more engineers and know-how at your disposal can help you fashionate the, tailor-make the bike to your needs and be even faster? Thank you very much.
Of course, being in a factory team, you have more facilities. Last year has been a super good team, but we have what we have on the bike, and then we work with that bike to find the maximum. In a factory team, always you have more facilities. They already start to explain to me the way they work during the GP. We have some more meetings, and yeah, then you need to use all that information that they give to you to improve your riding style. They already start pointing in some details that I will start to work already in Malaysia.